Hey everyone, welcome back to Up in the Air, a podcast that gives me a false sense of privacy. I'm Katie Bingol. Hey, by the way, before we start this, happy 1 month anniversary to Up in the Air! 1 full month. Wow, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this. This podcast is my baby. I love it so much. And as some of you already know, I'm striving to become a stand-up comedian. So while all the clubs are still closed due to COVID, I started this in its place. Anyway, so I'm really thankful for all the listeners that have made it this far. Please continue to listen and share and give me feedback. Tell me what other stories you want to hear. If there's like a topic or a certain category, I would love to hear from you guys. Speaking of anniversaries make me think of special moments in my life. I'm coming up on a small one for myself. It'll be 2 years since I moved to California this June, and I just now registered my card today. I love being responsible. Time really does fly by. Anniversary dates can be enough to make you remember life's precious moments, like a wedding or maybe a big move, a turning point in your life or someone's life, or in my case, anniversaries make me think of moments in time where I should have stayed my ass home. 3 years ago, almost to the day, I was at a dive bar in Charlottesville, Virginia, getting shit-faced and stealing the spotlight from my oldest sister. She had just gotten engaged earlier that day to her long-term boyfriend of 5 years. He orchestrated the whole thing, and he did a great job at it too. I was 20 years old at the time, still in college, and I flew out to surprise Sarah. Everyone close to them showed up to support. He proposed at their little special place in Charlottesville, then took her around the corner to reveal the rest of us. It was my family, his family, plus a few friends, all there to cheers them with snacks and champagne, all to Sarah's surprise too. It was great. You know, she's my oldest sister. She was first of the grandchildren to get engaged, so it was a pretty big moment for both parties. The energy was exciting, full of love, smiles, just general positivity moving throughout the air. We wanted those warm feelings to continue later that night at the dive bar. So, quick little preface, warning, I always have to have a little preface to the story, right? So, y'all need to know a couple of things. One is that my family is no stranger to alcohol at all. We love it. We love our liquor. We love our wines. We love our beers. Another thing to note is that my entire family went to UVA except for me. And UVA has a small reputation of being a party school, so you can imagine what we are all like together as a family. And Indiana does too, but it's kind of a different atmosphere. Indiana University is in the middle of nowhere. It's one of those college towns that revolve around the college. And what is there to do in Indiana? Drink, watch football, do meth, pick your poison. I don't know which is worse. I mean, I know which one is worse. I know, out of those three, obviously, watching football is the worst of all of them. But, pick your poison. It's your dealer's choice. One of the few character flaws that I have is that I can't handle alcohol. My body is not capable of it. And I don't mean that I have a condition that could turn deadly. No, it means that I am a puker. 99% of the time that I drink, I puke. It's almost a guarantee. You could bet on it. I have mastered throwing up by now. Find a trash can, toilet, or a dark alley and just let it flow. You've got to get it out of your system or else you're just going to feel like shit the rest of the time. But puking also makes you feel like shit. But at least it's over with quickly. It's not like a elongated, nasty feeling that just kind of builds and builds and builds. If you just puke it all out right then and there, then you can continue or just fall asleep. You can just generally start to feel better. So, wipe your mouth, get some water and gum. You're gonna want and desperately need a breath freshener. I have this process down to a science. It sucks, but I do. Which makes me a little nervous considering that that's my reputation. Some people have a good reputation. Some people are actually enjoyable to be around when they're drunk. It's not always gonna end in tears or some kind of disaster or spill or fight or whatever. Sometimes just Those lucky bitches just have a good reputation. And you know, like some are mean, some are nice, like some just like to go with the flow, or they just want to go home and sleep. Others have too much energy. And mine is, well, spewing my stomach acid. But I'm not proud of it either. Don't get me wrong. I hate it. I hate that about myself. I really do. But I just can't stop. It's who I am. I've accepted it. It physically hurts and it just kills the rest of the night. And I just feel horrible that like the morning after, it's just terrible. Like both with my body and then like I have to like go on the apology tour, you know, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like whoever got me home that night, like I'm so sorry. Like and I don't usually do this. Like, no, that's a lie. I do this all the time. But like, I like to take care of myself, but sometimes I need a little help. And the thing is that I almost never have a tolerance because I take frequent long breaks. Drinking has never really been my vice. Even during summers when I would go home from college to live with my parents, like we're all alcohol friendly like once you get to college, but I don't know, I just wasn't really sipping on it. I wasn't like trying to maintain a tolerance. No, I would just like drop it like a hat, like a drop of a dime. I like the feeling of being drunk, but it's the journey to get there is what I hate. It's the taste. Plus, with my temperamental stomach, it really takes no effort for me to not drink. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy a good tequila shot, though. Anyway, so the night started off pretty chill. More of Sarah's friends showed up to get dinner with us, grab a few drinks, say congrats, you know, shoot the shit. And one of Sarah's friends is a lot older than me. She was already married, and she's a pretty big party girl. She's so much fun to be around with or without alcohol. And at the time, remember I'm 20, I was still new to drinking inside of a bar, so she helped me pick the drink. Because at, college house parties, you either bring what you got or you take a chance on drinking jungle juice, which may or may not be laced. That bar was actually where I had my first tequila shot. Aww. Another anniversary, and the rest was history, as they say. It was kind of fun, though, because, like, both of my sisters were there, and they were teaching me, like, the combo and how to do it, like, lick, salt, shot, lime. Like, they taught me, like, the whole routine, and I just never dropped it. I loved it. I loved it ever since, and it was definitely a concern for my parents, but that's right. Her drink of choice was a double vodka cranberry. I can feel the listeners cringing. I know, I'm there with you. The more I think about this event, the more my stomach is turning. But currently, all of my episodes are about other people being shitty in front of me, so now it's my turn to tell a story about me being shitty in front of other people. The double vodka crans are flowing. Truly, I don't remember ordering more than 2 on my own. The rest just kind of showed up in my presence. Like a little drunken fairy dropping off goodies. She knew how to fuck me up. My tongue was a deep, deep red after that night. The bartenders working that night actually knew my family very well, so they had no issues pouring more. I love being a legacy at a bar. It's something I never expected to be a part of, but I'm glad I am. One of them stopped the whole bar to propose a small toast to the happy couple. And that's the last thing I remember, actually. The last thing my damaged brain remembers is that sweet toast. It was short, saying, we wish them all the happiness, we wish them all the best, blah, blah, blah. Now let's get fucked up. I can't express the amount of alcohol that was consumed that night. I don't even remember, when I stopped drinking. The bar was packed and more friends were showing up, buying drinks for our whole family. It was a madhouse. It was crazy. The place was basically just our friends and family, so someone handing me a drink was the one and only time that it was actually safe to take said drink. Then we heard that their out-of-state friends were calling in to buy rounds of shots for everybody. It was truly a drinker's wet dream. Free shots, free beer, liquor, all being passed around, and it didn't matter who was paying. My vision is blurry. Pretty sure my eyes were closing permanently for the rest of the night. It's so loud. It's super crowded. Now there are more than just our people here. Now it's mixed of us plus strangers. People were getting on top of tables, me included. And my brain is just on autopilot right now. I'm beat bopping around the place. I'm like snaking my way through the crowd. There wasn't really much to do. I was just like kind of like walking around, probably trying to like find other people, find my mom probably. At this point, my real brain is off and survival brain is taking the lead. And now comes my stomach. She is furious at me for celebrating my own sister. My own sister's engagement. How could you? So selfish. Could you not just postpone your puking for one night, please? But no. So I'm waiting in line for the bathroom, which, by the way, this place was so small that there was only one bathroom, a single toilet for the entire place. I could just feel something nasty, something rumbling, something really, really gross is about to happen. It's like my esophagus is the tightrope at gym class and you have to climb up for the presidential fitness test and it's going fast. My stomach bile was moving so fast, FDR would have been proud. Or whoever created that fucking presidential fitness test. You'd think from all the throwing up by now that I would have a strong core, but I don't. I really don't. It's taking all of my focus to not get sick. I'm closing my eyes, trying to drown out the sounds behind me, trying to visualize a more calming environment. But my stomach is one nasty ass bitch, and I can't hold it in anymore. It's either my dignity or ruin this bar's floor. And I can't tell which one I would rather lose at this point. And I can't tell if I should puke on the floor, cut in line and just like barge into the bathroom, or throw up in my mouth and just hold it there. I've actually done that before. It never works, but in the moment you think it will because you're like, it can't be that much puke. It's not that much. Oh, but it is. Like your little ass mouth can't hold it forever. It's gross. And luckily, when my eyelids cracked open a little bit, I could see a huge trash can right in front of me. Perfect. Grab the handles, let it flow. Seconds later, as my head is fully engulfed in a trash can, I can feel my mother grab my shoulders and throw me into the bathroom. I can hear her drunken, pleasant voice ask the woman in front of me, "You see this, right? Can she go in front? Okay, thank you." My eyes are fully closed. Survival brain has been killed. And all that's left is my internal organs fighting for their life. I'm puking. The door opens, and in comes Sarah and the vodka cranberry dealer. You think they're there to help me? No. The three of them are having a field day laughing at me. They're holding their own drinks in one hand and bits of my hair in the other. I can feel hands like all on me. They're on my neck, they're on my back, on my shoulders, on my arms. Like I can feel someone like touch my forehead for a second, and all that I can really feel is the gallons of cranberry juice racing in reverse through my system. Next thing I hear is someone saying, one of these three so-called nice ladies. Next thing I hear is someone in the back saying, "If you went to UVA, you would be able to handle your liquor." And that's where you're wrong. If I had went to UVA, I would have transferred. Back in the main room, some other shit is going down. Some other shit is about to go down. Apparently, right before my fountain of puke erupted, my mom was at the bar and a man approached her. Now, my mom is no stranger to men talking to her. She's a model type. 5'10", slender build, beautiful face, even better hair. She has been happily married to my father, who on paper, let's build. He is 6'3", 200 pounds, a deep-ass voice, and doesn't care what other people think of him, and definitely willing to defend his wife if need be. So it's my beautiful mother and this dingy dude talking to her, and he was short. I'm going to mention that because I'm holding it against him. Short-ass dude. Now you're asking, Katie, what's short? Like, what do you mean, what's short? I'm like, I don't know. Less than 5'10"? I mean, even considering for me, I think 5'10" is a little short for me. But, like, she's already 5'10", and this dude was obviously much slower than her. So I'm going to say, like, I don't know, be generous. Maybe he's, like, 5'7". Short ass motherfucker. This is all secondhand info for me, by the way, but I trust the source. This Oompa Loompa has definitely taken advantage of the free drinks being liberally passed around. You know, share the wealth, right? She looks over in my direction and notices that her youngest, sweetest baby girl daughter, her head is neck deep in an industrial trash can. She tries to break the conversation. And my mom is super nice. Like, my mom is always nice to strangers. Like, she never tries to be, like, snippy or rude or anything like that. So when someone was retelling the story to me, in my head, I can't imagine my mom being, like, any type of rude towards this person. You know, she's probably saying stuff like, okay, well, like, nice to meet you. I've got to go. Like, I gotta, like, you know, like, maybe my daughter's throwing up or something. Like, I gotta go. Like, she's not one to just, like, say, like, fuck you, bye, I gotta go and run. She's not gonna do that. She's gonna try to be polite. And then if that doesn't work, then she'll take other means. Okay, so she tries to break the conversation. And this man won't let up. And in fact, he puts his grip on her arm. On her arm! And she's saying stuff like, get the hell off me. I'm a mother. I'm a mother. My baby's in trouble. She breaks free. Then, you know, my storyline continues. The Cranberry Vodka Bandit saw all of this happen and runs to my dad to tell him everything. As a drunk guy, my dad doesn't really get angry or even really unpleasant. But you can imagine that hearing this news wasn't exciting or fun. Parting the crowd like the Red Sea, he makes his way to the short man. That's my wife. Do not put your hands on her. The man goes, not a man, he's a little boy. The little boy goes, I am an ex-Marine. And I hear this after the fact, and I'm, like, ready to rumble all over again. Like, if he had said that to me, I'd be like, and who gives a shit? Are you trying to intimidate me, huh? I don't fucking think so. You touch my mom again, and I'm gonna put my elbow in your eye type of shit. Like, ex-Marine who? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You don't do that to a random person. You don't do that to a woman. You don't do that to a stranger. You don't do that to anybody. Like, especially considering I know my mom was probably being nice about it. Like, I know that for a fact. That's who she is. If it were me, I would have been like, oh, you think you're a big man? You're trying to be a big man over here? You trying to intimidate me, huh? I don't fucking think so. And my dad isn't taking that shit either. But the next thing my dad knows is that there is a fist being thrown in his direction, right at him. And attached to the fist is this short-ass, drunk, ugly, so-called ex-Marine motherfucker. And in total baller fashion, my dad catches the punch and returns with his own grip on the man's neck. Choked out, choke on it, bitch. That's what you get. Nothing else happens after, though. Everyone is let go, and the Marine was actually kicked out. Out of all people in the bar, like, making a scene and, like, you know, acting a fool, he's the one that gets kicked out. It's called being a legacy at a bar, sweetie. Look it up. Just then, I stumble out under the wing of Mama Bird, and she yells out to my dad, saying, I think it's time to go now. And my dad agrees, saying, yeah, I think we should all wrap it up. It's just the three of us leaving. Everybody else is fine, and I'm pretty sure with both hands on the wheel, both of my mom's hands were on my shoulders, like steering me out of the bar. She's like putting my hand up as if it's like my blinker, being like, wave bye, Katie. Like, everybody say goodbye to Katie. She's fucked up. She's gotta go. She couldn't handle her shit. Let's leave. My leg muscles haven't completely lost contact with whatever is left of my brain, so I can still walk. As soon as we exit the bar, we like close the door. We see police officers talking to this ex-Marine, and we overhear their conversation being like, the ex-Marine is saying something like, it wasn't even me, man. It was that other dude. Like, he started it. Like, I was just being myself, having a good time. And we're like, yeah, whatever. But we don't talk to them, obviously. We're like, ooh, get the fuck out of here. We gotta walk. Walk, Katie, walk. And luckily our hotel was pretty close to the bar, so they throw me in my hotel room with a quick, go to bed, see you in the morning. And I hopped right into bed and just fell asleep. Just kidding, I wish that was the case. I fucking wish I torpedoed into soothing sheets. What I did instead was make a sharp left turn to the bathroom to throw up a couple more times. I wish I could say just one more time, but we obviously know it wasn't just one. It's never just one more time. And in classic Katie fashion, I of course don't make it easy for myself either. I couldn't gracefully put my head near the toilet and bend down. No, my legs said, I'm done. You guys can take it from here. And they just give out on me. I just collapse. My head breaks my fall on the tile floor, and that's where I throw up. Concussion? Probably. The next morning was absolutely brutal. My head hurt in more ways than one. Exhaustion isn't an accurate word anymore. My body is disconnected, shut down, and I just wanted to sleep. I couldn't eat either. Like, just the thought of food, the smell of food, the look of it, oh my God, like nothing sounded good. Nothing was pleasing. Haven't even exited the building yet, and I would honestly rather die in that moment than see the light of day. And if y'all are wondering, did I actually give myself a concussion? I don't know. I never saw a doctor, but my head really fucking hurt. And I felt a little scrambled afterwards. I don't know, maybe a little concussion. We can only assume that I have some slight brain damage from it. And of course, everyone and their mother recounted their own version of my performance that night. I just completely stole the spotlight from my sister. It's terrible, just terrible. I can't believe I did that, but at the same time, I can. So, live and learn. What's the lesson here? I don't know. Sorry, sister. That's all I have for you all today. Please know your limits and stay the hell away from the devil that is a double vodka cranberry. And if the ex-Marine happens to be listening right now, I just want to say, you got off real fucking easy dealing with my dad, and if I see you again, oh baby, you better bring the rest of your fucking platoon. I'm not fucking around. It's gonna be me and you, and I won't be drunk. Anyway, now that I'm done making empty threats online, please make sure to share this with your friend. Please laugh at my pain. It's totally acceptable and encouraged, highly encouraged. If you have a funny story or give me any feedback, that is absolutely welcome. Follow me on Instagram, which is at UITA Podcast. This is Up in the Air. I am Katie Bingol, and I will see you later. Bye.